Well, we also have Curtis Sliwa taking shots at us again.
Is anyone even listening to care?
To Curtis Sliwa?
Yeah.
I don't know. To be honest with you, he's just a douche.
What are you doing? Give me attention?
Imus took over his slot. He was expendable.
I think they moved him to when is he on? He does some weird schedule over at ABC Radio here in New York.
Who knows?
He does 5 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Live?
Live.
Okay.
And then he has to come on again after
You warm up for Imus.
Oof.
And he does 10 to 10:45 because he has to be off for Paul Harvey.
He's Imus's opening act.
Wait,
Wow.
He does an hour and 45 minutes between 5 and 11?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's horrendous.
And he's goofing on us.
So wait, he does the hour before Imus comes on, before the big boy broadcast, and then he does 45 minutes after Imus' show, so he does the post game.
Yeah.
He's a locker room hack. So what are your expectations for the big game, Mr. Imus? Giving all the stats of Imus' career, blah, 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 blah. Then Imus does the big game.
And the real show comes on.
And then you do the post interviews, basically.
The wrap up.
Not good enough to actually play the sport. That's what I call Mr. Sliwa. But Sue Simmons, I guess he went off on Sue Simmons and then somehow made it about us and trashed us. Sue Simmons was the anchor. Everyone has seen the video by now.
Yeah,
It was
she
huge.
dropped the F-bomb.
It was huge on all the viral video sites. She dropped the F-bomb. And she skated. She's going to be fine. She's not going to lose her job.
No.
This is what she had to say about Sue Simmons.
Simmons apparently is known after anchoring the 5 p.m. newscast and the 6 p.m. newscast at Channel 4, going for a liquid dinner, either at Gallagher's State House or Jean Georges in Columbus Circle. Many of the clientele say that she gets happy, and by the time she's half in the bag and jumps in a cab to go back to NBC studios to do the 11 o'clock broadcast, she is toasty, as apparently she was the other night when she let the F-bomb slip.
What's wrong with his voice?
There's a lot of dead air. He pauses to try to think of what he's going to say next. So in order to shorten it down to something we could play, I had to do that.
You got to take the gaps of dead air out?
Gaps out?
Yeah.
Dude, you should give us the original track. I want to
Yeah.
hear all that
Let us
uncomfortable
hear.
dead air.
All right, I'll go.
It sounds like he's putting Novocaine in his coffee or something. It sounds like he's not opening his mouth enough when he's speaking. And then he went on to us for some reason.
Sue Simmons, well, no disciplinary measures have been taken so far. But remember the actions taken against Arthur Chen, who was out on the street and dropped the F-bomb on live TV after Opie and Dopey.
I guess I'm dopey. I'm always dopey.
You have to be dopey again.
Why do I always have to be dopey? Just
That's pretty hack. I mean, can't you come up with something
Opie and
better
dopey.
than that one? They've been
Yeah, how
using
about
that since our AF
Opie
days.
and ain't funny.
Yeah,
I like that one.
That was kind of clever, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
After Opie and Dopey, the degenerate two of talk radio in the mornings. FM ruling the house because they're freaking morons, feeble-minded, fornicating madly, and free marijuana. That's why FM stands for that. Well, Opie and Dopey sent some of their listeners, their sycophants, toadies, and lackeys out to various sites in which newscasters would...
We only met Sliwa once, and he was nothing but nice to us.
Yeah, it's always the
Backstage
way.
at some event back in the day.
It's a character he does. I did Hannity and Combs with him. He was asking questions about the walk over to satellite. He had all these questions. He goes, I call him Opie and Dopey. And he kind of laughed like it was a funny thing he does.
Right.
Oh, is it?
It was silly. So what are you doing?
What an ass.
Character.
sites in which newscasters were doing stand-ups. And the whole idea was to interfere with their broadcast, to get shits with Opie and Dopey. And they cost Arthur Chin his job. He got fired. Meantime, what? Opie and Dopey got a pay raise? The schmucks that they are?
Schmucks that we are. You know what? If you're in radio, you know that our assault on the media contest was actually a really, really good idea.
Yeah.
You do know that. It got us.
Yes, it was. It got us press.
It got us a lot of press. And the Arthur Chien thing, we didn't get him fired.
He cursed.
He cursed. He couldn't keep it together. I guess if we weren't there, he he wouldn't have been fired, but
No,
but I
could have
mean,
been
come on.
anybody.
But obviously something else was going on with Arthur Chien that day, and we were the last straw because he
Yeah.
didn't even pause before he said, "What the F is your problem?"
Who's the bigger schmucks? The guys who are doing well, or the guy who does an hour before Imus
And
then
45 minutes afterwards.
That's an awful time slot.
Oh, boy, did he take a dive.
What day? What time are you on? Well,
Well, let me explain this.
And how many times did you have herkimer-jerks
Oh,
who would try to interfere with your broadcast?
not screaming, not like the Opie and Anthony thing with Arthur Chin.
Right, well, that's why I'm...
Who's that guy?
Oh,
He's got one of those new...
not like the Opie and Anthony thing.
Wait, he does a 45-minute show and he has to, like, share it with a news guy?
The second hour, yeah, they have a news guy in there with him.
It's not the second hour. It's the second part of the show, which is 45 minutes. Not counting, like, commercials.
Yeah.
He probably talks for, 30 minutes after Imus.
Yeah, he has a newsman in there who reads the news stories, and they riff back and forth with each other.
sounds like magic.
Sounds like magic.
Arthur Chin.
Right, well, that's why I'm bringing
But
up...
people behind me doing this and, chanting and that kind of thing.
Right, and everybody forgets Arthur Chin, good reporter,
Trying to distract you.
lost his job because Opie and Dopey, those two degenerates, those
get
FM
it.
morons,
Now, he was at Channel 2 then, right?
right, freaking morons, feeble-minded, fornicating madly, free marijuana.
Fornicating madly?
Do you understand what he's saying? And this is why he shouldn't even...
Free marijuana? What?
I'll explain what he's doing, and this is why he shouldn't even have a 45-minute radio show. He's coming up with things that
That's what FM stands for.
That
45 minutes.
45 minutes. There you go. Take that.
Forgot that one, Curtis.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, what a
He's
tool.
coming up with things that FM stands for.
Yeah.
And he thinks this is clever. It's stupid.
Report.
Trying to distract you.
Lost
Listen again.
his job because Opie and Dopey, those two degenerates, those FM morons,
Now, he was
FM
at Channel
morons.
2 then, right?
FM
right,
morons.
freaking morons,
Freaking
feeble-minded, fornicating madly, free marijuana, foul-mouthed, would get this...
Oh.
Free marijuana. What does that mean?
Does he think we come in here stoned, man, every day? Is that what we do?
Because we're degenerates.
Yeah,
man.
man.
Wow. FM, 5 in the morning.
I like that one, Curtis.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Well, M stands for mafia, so we could go down that road, too.
Oh.
He had a little incident, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Didn't he?
Almost got killed there.
Foul-mouthed, would get their sycophants to go out there and interfere with the broadcast.
Right.
Found your
And, I
music.
mean, and then they would get their jollies off on it. They signed $1 million contracts. Arthur Chin lost his job because he threw the F-bomb at those Opie and Dopeites, and he ended up with a pink slip.
You know what? At the time, it sucked for Arthur Chien to get fired because of what we did, absolutely. But in the end, we did him a favor. No one knew who he was. He got a lot of exposure because of the assault on the media thing we did. He was like, he was one of these niche reporters that reported on just like the MTA, like subway stuff. He was niche.
Yeah, he wasn't even on all the time.
And he
yeah.
fought his firing, by the way, and he won his case. And it was determined that they should not have fired him for what he did.
Mm-hmm.
And then he turned around and got a much better gig, and people know who he is now. So as much as he went through that, and that blows, obviously, he became better for it.
Hey, look, do they care? Does the media care when they get people fired? They do nothing legitimately sometimes, but other times they don't care about the legitimacy of it as long as they get the coverage. So they don't care what they do to people's lives, and no one here got him fired. He got fired because he threw the F-bomb out. He tried to get gangster. What the F is your problem, man? The guy wasn't poking him.
Right.
He just didn't like that his broadcast was interfered with. You're doing a live broadcast outdoors. It happens. Too bad.
Yeah, even if
bad,
you don't have a radio station doing like this assault on the media thing like we did, there's always somebody trying to mess with your broadcast.
Yeah.
Whether they're throwing up gang signs or like
behind you.
pushing into you because they're trying to wave and get their face on camera.
Yeah.
You know, our guys actually were very polite. It was thin. He wasn't even excited to be there. If you've ever heard the tape.
No.
Oh yeah, like he was just in the background, not really pushing into Arthur Chien's face.
Yep.
I have the Curtis Sue Simmons clip with the stutters, and see, E-Rock, he blew it. You made him sound like much better. This is the clip we just played, the original clip, without you messing with it?
Yeah, well, track one wasn't really the important one. That's why
I understand, but the same Sue Simmons clip where it was like ... This is the original clip.
Okay.
Listen to this.
Simmons apparently is known after anchoring the 5 p.m. newscast and the 6 p.m. newscast at Channel 4 of going for a liquid dinner, either at Gallagher's State House or Jean Georges in Columbus Circle. Many of the clientele say that she gets happy, extraordinarily happy, and by the time she's half in the bag,
that's a maddening pace.
Go back,
Yeah.
It's maddening.
to the
It's got like a
building,
Captain
to
Kirk
NBC
delivery.
Studios to do the 11 p.m. broadcast. She is toasty, as apparently she was the other night when she let the F-bomb slip.
Wow. And then looking at the audio file, it looks like a perfect heartbeat. The pauses are like perfect. You made him sound much better. Why would you do that?
Not for in the important clips, I left it, but for the one that wasn't, to set it up, I trimmed it down.
Yeah.
Dude, he's talking like he has a 4-hour show. You better get to it, Curtis.
You better hurry up there.
You'll be off the air in 8 minutes.
Yeah, chop.
You better hurry up there, AM boy. What does AM stand for? Let's play his game.
Okay. Can't say that.
Can't say that either.
No.
Hey, we're competing against ourselves here in New York.
What happened?
People are noticing that they're playing more O&A stuff after we leave. Yeah, some big thing started today where, like, before our show they're playing us, and after our show they're playing us now.
Yeah.
So now we got to compete against these Opie and Anthony assholes.
Those jerk-offs.
It's like Curtis, except you're not just doing the before and after, but the whole time in between.
The whole time in between.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, so Opie and Dopey are over there on K-Rock?
We should just get him on the phone, this Curtis Sliwa. Is he on right now?
Who can tell?
Let's get him on before
he's on
he
right
does
now,
his
and he's off.
45-minute show.
He just started. Oh, he's done. E-Rock's here.
Cool.
What's the scoop?
Don't put him on hold because I don't want him to hear this. Just to bring everyone up to speed, we had to take out all the dead air. Like, E-Rock edited this together so we could get to the point with Curtis Sliwa because there's a lot of uhs and dead air and shit. Mm-hmm. But he basically had this to say about us when he was discussing the Sue Simmons cursing on the air thing.
Sue Simmons, well, no disciplinary measures have been taken so far. But remember the actions taken against Arthur Chen, who was out on the street and dropped the F-bomb on live TV after Opie and Dopey, the degenerate two of talk radio in the mornings. FM ruling the house because they're freaking morons, feeble-minded, fornicating madly, and free marijuana. That's why FM stands for that. Well, Opie and Dopey sent some of their listeners, their sycophants, toadies, and lackeys out to various sites in which newscasters were doing stand-ups. And the whole idea was to interfere with their broadcast, to get shits with Opie and Dopey. And they cost Arthur Chen his job. He got fired. Meantime, what? Opie and Dopey got a pay raise? The schmucks that they are?
Oh.
And how many times did you have herkimer-jerks who would try to interfere with your broadcast?
Herkimer-jerks.
Not screaming, not like the Opie and Anthony thing with Arthur Chen.
Right, well, that's why I'm bringing
But
up...
people behind me doing this and, chanting and that kind of...
Right, and everybody forgets Arthur Chen, good reporter...
Trying to distract you.
Lost his job because Opie and Dopey, those two degenerates, those FM morons...
Now, he was at Channel 2 then, right?
Right. Freaking morons, feeble-minded, fornicating madly, free marijuana, foul-mouthed, would get their sycophants to go out there and interfere with a broadcast.
Right.
And I mean, and then they would get their jollies off on it. They signed $1 million contracts. Arthur Chen lost his job because he threw the F-bomb at those Opie and Dopeyites, and he ended up with a pink slip.
Pink sock?
Say what?
Alrighty.
Now we're waiting to get him on. There's the setup. What's up, Travis?
I don't know. Steve's just talking to some lady on the phone right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this wasn't timed.
Yes, Steve.
Oh, you'll love this.
What?
In between me actually talking to Curtis Sliwa, he was able to get on the phone with WKRB in Kingsborough, which is Kingsborough Community College, who Curtis now says has a bigger audience than us. So he's going to stay on the phone with them rather than speak to You guys.
Because he knows he's probably going to get killed on the phone here.
Chicken shit.
Yeah,
he
had a
fucking
chance.
had nothing.
I talked to him, and then he put his producer on the phone.
Let it be known, we're not the ones that backed down on this one.
Yeah.
We wanted to have him on, have a discussion about what he said, see if we're feeble-minded.
Yeah.
Because that's what FM stands for, feeble-minded.
All right.
But it's like, why wouldn't you just go on the phone and just defend your point? Like, nobody's going to scream at you. Just, come on, dude.
Yeah. Let's have a discussion.
It just sucks winning.
Well, there he is.
It just
Mr.
sucks.
Guardian Angel.
It just sucks winning all the time. That was a boring
Nice,
fight.
brave motherfucker.
That was like a one-punch knockout.
Good job.
Oh, well.
With his fucking beret. With his I'm a tough guy beret.
Oh, well. 1-800-848-WABC starting at 10 a.m. Oh, well. 1-800-848-WABC starting at 10 a.m. Oh, well.
Yeah.
1-800-848-WABC starting at 10 a.m. But act fast because the show's only till 10:45.
Yeah, you really gotta pile on.
A young woman.
A young
What's
woman.
her name? Say her name. She should be.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Did you guys want Steve in here or something?
Steve for what?
I don't know. Jimmy, you wanted Steve?
It wasn't my bid. It was Danny's idea.
Oh, Danny?
Dinner.
Danny!
Here comes Steve into his studio.
Danny has an idea,
Danny.
Steve. I want to make this perfectly clear. This is Danny.
Well, I think we need a prop for this bit because Steve, I noticed that when you had come in earlier from CBS, you were wearing your jacket, and it looked like you were wearing baby clothes.
Oh shit!
Why are you giving me a look?
Oh shit!
Yeah, go ahead. No.
Oh shit!
What's your bit? Go ahead. I wasn't busy.
I tell you, Steve is not happy.
What's your bit, Danny? I'd love to hear it.
No, I'm sorry. Go back to doing whatever you're doing.
Thank you.
What's this jacket doing here?
Well, that'll be the second time I get written up, I'm sure.
Oh,
Danny, what was the bit? Because now everyone's curious.
Well, you know, we like to have fun around here sometimes.
We try anyway. Sometimes it doesn't work
I
out
just
that
was
way.
wondering. I was wondering if Steve would have been able to.
Wait. Before you say what you're going to say, I want to help you out a little bit. Notice there's two doors. So whatever door he runs into, you might want to run out the other one.
No, I don't even want to say because I know every time you bring something up, it just gets met with threats of physicality. So I'll just go in the other room.
No, you have to say what the bit is now. Of course. Danny. Anthony's telling you have to say the bit.
This reeks of Sam and Pat Duffy.
oh.
Well, I don't know.
Why is Steve so upset?
Well, I don't know. He's doing something.
Steve, why are you upset?
I'll tell you why Steve is not happy. It's obvious.
Steve!
Steve?
Steve, they're talking about you.
Can you see him?
Steve has a shoulder or a back injury.
What?
He's coming.
Just have him talk over there.
Yeah, you can use the...
Right there. No, why are you upset, Steve? We're just trying to have fun.
Dude, to be perfectly honest with you, I didn't sleep a whole lot last night. This fucking neck shoulder thing is killing me. All right, so to be brought in on a bit today was not a good day. I'm fucking irritated, and I'm actually really busy trying to get a lot of stuff done. So I'm thrilled that Danny thinks that my clothes don't fit. But can we fucking do this another day?
So you would be up for doing it another day?
Maybe. But
Well,
I really have shit to do.
I see it. I see it in your face. Did I just spit up water?
You spilled.
Oh. Well, basically, what's the bit, Danny?
Well, I was lovingly calling it the Zip Up Challenge.
No, you don't want to do the zip up challenge. I don't think you want to do the zip up challenge.
I know, because I would win. I know it. I would win.
He is not.
Well, see, Sam, I could
Happy.
zip my jacket up.
Okay.
Oh, so you were going to zip up your jacket, and then what? We go around the room and see who can't zip up their jacket. Are you insane?
Oh, that's fucking bad.
So wait a minute. Are you saying that Steve's jacket might not zip up?
His jacket.
It kind of looked that way before. That's all.
See, I got to say that Steve's got his back and shoulder problem, and he hasn't been able to work out, and he's very frustrated about that.
He's in hell.
Yeah.
So
That's why he's
trying to take care of his
and
back
I
and
think
neck.
he's probably a little sensitive about the subject, and that's where he stands. So I don't think the zip-up challenge is gonna be pulled off here today.
Yeah.
The rip Danny's head off challenge may be complete, but
Danny keeps looking over his shoulder.
just waiting for him to charge in.
No, that's fine.
Like a grizzly.
What? Curtis Lee was losing his mind.
Losing.
It's still going. I didn't stop it yet, but I'll bring the audio as soon as it's done. He says you guys need to go back to the Midwest and retool your show, come back with some talent. He thinks Steve...
Midwest. We were never in the Midwest.
Dude, he had a chance to come on our show.
I know. What
I guess the pests are getting to him?
They were jamming the end of Imus's show, the phone lines, and now
Sorry.
they think we're the ones calling, cursing, saying, put your effing boss on the phone to talk to O&A. They think Steve, they're giving out Steve's full name. They think he's in the mafia and he's stalking Curtis. And now he's giving out Steve's cell phone over the air. He keeps repeating it.
Oh, get the audio.
It's still going.
The
but I
guy
just wanted
had a
give you
chance to come on our show.
Yeah, he says you guys are stalking him. Steve's the worst. That Steve's was
Stalking him? We didn't even know.
Holy shit.
Steve called to get him on the air.
Yeah.
He fucking lied. He fucking lied. He made his producer lie. He made a woman lie for him. And then we found out he wasn't on the little radio station he said he was on, so Steve called back. I said, Steve, call back, find out why he said that when he's not on that station.
Yeah.
So Steve called back, and she goes, well, he told me to say that or something. So basically he lied, and we just called to go, why did you lie?
Oh, my
What's
God,
wrong
it's
with
crazy.
saying come on the air and
So he's
handle
just
it?
ranting right now?
He's just ranting right now with the news guy there, and he's letting his call screener girl on, and she's saying, "Oh, but they have no ratings." They're like she's taking shots at the show now too.
The call screener? That's
Well, hey,
nice.
what's the number? What's the number to make sure we don't have ratings? If you want to call them and be on their show, we should give out the number.
First, whatever. To explain the whole ratings thing is whatever. But I'll say this much: we're doing morning radio. He's doing like infomercials basically in between the real radio shows.
Good for Curtis.
He does it 5 to 6 a.m. and then 10 to 10:45, something like that every day.
10:11 to 10:45.
10:11 to 10:45. Oh, wonderful! All right, get the audio immediately.
You should give out his. What's the number for his show?
How fucking weird is this? We said call our show, we'll discuss this. He doesn't come on our show, and then he uses his show to trash us. Look, we're willing to go, man to man with this whole thing. Yeah. He was taking his dopey shots at us, calling us Opie and Dopey, and coming up with hacky monikers for FM or whatever. Quick break, and we'll have Curtis Sliwa audio going off. Yep. I guess we got under his skin. He had the chance to just call our show.
I know.
He said he was going to come on our show.
That's the
and talk to
thing.
us.
He should just keep his fucking yap shut if we gave him the opportunity to come on here and talk.
Right.
And he didn't. So keep your fucking mouth shut, fairy.
Where's E-Rock?
He's coming in.
I thought we had longer. All right, E-Rock. And help us out with the Curtis Sliwa. I got a mouthful of food.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, he's in another 10-minute commercial break.
Is he?
Yeah.
How much time does he actually... It's like a baseball game. We ought to figure out how much time he actually spends on the air in a 45-minute clip.
It seems his talk segments are shorter than his commercial breaks.
That's great.
Well, we didn't even... He wasn't even on our map, our radar. And then, did you tell me that he was talking about us last week?
Yeah.
So, find the audio. When people talk about us, we want to see what they're saying. Just makes for good radio at the very least. So he played it. And then we kind of made fun of him. Not a lot, even. We didn't go off on a crazy rant. And then we're like, get him on the fucking phone. We'll talk it out with him. And Steve came in and said I could get him on immediately. So all of a sudden we waited for him, set up the bid again. And he came up with some weird excuse that he was talking to some college radio station, right?
Yeah, and then Steve called the college station asking, as a listener, it's like, when is, I heard Curtis is supposed to be on your show today? And he said no. So he was lying. He wasn't going on that other station. Calls back Curtis's producer saying, look, you're lying. He's not on this other show. Oh, he's just busy right now.
Scared.
And then he gets on the air and starts this rant.
When he could have done this
scared.
on our show.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He could
Got
do it
any
right
balls?
now. We could do it together.
You got any balls?
Now to take you from the streets to the suites, WABC's own Curtis Sliwa.
1, 2, 3. 10 minutes after the hour of 10. This is the new Curtis Sliwa Show. And Bruce Anderson, we missed you on Friday.
Well, thank you.
Is he trying to sound like the young Bob Grant? Like, he has kind of a Bob Grant.
Is he trying? He sounds a little different than he used to. I don't know.
Listen, we missed you on Friday.
Well, thank you, Curtis.
The dean of all ABC broadcasters across the nation. But, you know, you've been with me for 17 years, and you've seen a lot of people stalk me and harass me.
Yes,
Like
I have.
He's not. This is why we.
Is he going with the stalking and harassing? A phone call asking, you want to come on the air
Because
and
you were
talk
talking about
because
us last
you were
week?
going off on us for no fucking reason, and now it's stalking and harassing? You fucking psychopath!
This is why it's really hard to hang out with radio guys. They're
They're
bunch of fucking
dicks.
assholes. Not
all dicks.
except for Ron Fez, noon to 3.
Of course, because what I'm saying.
Stalk me and harass me.
Yes,
Like
I have.
you were here the morning when they finally got me.
Well, a couple of times, I think.
Right, shot me in the back of that cab. You were there also in April of that 1992 when the Gambino crime family, on the orders of John Gotti Jr., got me with a baseball bat.
That's right.
Well, I
Didn't
claim
swing
to-
hard enough, huh?
His claim to fucking fame, by the way. He's got to
Yeah.
bring it up at every moment.
Of course.
Kind
You
of
almost got me in the back of the taxi cab. Oof.
That is a creepy story, though.
Fucking windows. They should have jammed them.
got me with a baseball bat.
That's right.
Well, you know, it just shows you the state of some folks in radio. They all morning long, you know,
All
the
morning.
Opie and Dopey show.
Yes.
They're having all kinds of problems. Failing on satellite radio. Their satellite radio's non-listened to talk radio show. A complete
Really?
bomb on FM. You know, freaking moron.
Really?
So if all this is going on, why do they continue to pay us?
So why are we on the air? Why did we just re-sign? And why are you fucking on for 45 minutes?
And why is there a serious discussion about us going back on in Philly radio?
Yeah. What's going on there, Curtis?
Why
You're
can't you
fucking delusional.
Why can't you be honest with people?
God, they're all just liars.
The people that suck at radio, guess what? Aren't on the radio.
They're not on. They don't get re-signed.
You know, they continue. They're allowed to continue to suck on radio.
To suck. And how long have we been sucking on these stations? And XM.
What do we got?
Like we're failing so badly that they just keep us on?
We got Mr. McGregor photos of corporate executives.
Yeah.
Naked Mr. McGregor.
That's
photos. Yeah.
it.
That's it.
Take that shirt off.
That's it. You keep us on all those radio
The
stations.
day we spilt the paint.
Right.
Creep.
We did that with Chris Olivero, and that's why we're on regular radio stations across America. I'm going to show everybody the Polaroids unless you keep us on all those regular radio stations.
Young Chris Olivera covered in blue paint.
Oopsie. You
Ooh.
spilled some coffee on your shirt.
Yikes.
Let's remove those clothes immediately. And as you're doing that, sign the contract.
Yeah.
Giving us an extension. Shut up.
Curtis, you douche.
Yes.
They're having all kinds of problems. Failing on satellite radio. Their satellite radio's non-listened to talk radio show. A complete bomb on FM. You know, freaking morons that they are. So they've been calling up all morning trying to get me on their air. Leslie, who's their producer.
All morning.
Okay.
All morning. We
made one
called
call.
him once,
He said yes.
and then we called him his call screener to ask why he was lying. That was all
I
morning.
think we called him twice. We called him once. He said
Yeah.
yes, and then we called back to set up the phone call, and then he came up with some excuse.
And said
he
no.
was on another radio station call,
Right.
and so Steve called that station, and they said no, he wasn't doing a call here. So I said,
Right.
Steve, call back and find out why he lied. Why did he lie?
Right.
God.
Who's their producer
Okay.
or number one flunky, sycophant, toady, and lackey.
And they want you as a guest.
Oh, desperately. They're calling...
Desperately want him as a guest?
We know you're available between 6 and 10.
Yeah, you got plenty of spare time, dummy.
The fuck else you doing? You're not doing a radio show.
We have a huge audience that listens to every single minute of our show every day.
Yeah.
They got to find this funny because
This has to be,
They'll
yeah.
hear for themselves that we spent maybe 5 minutes on on this whole thing before now.
Going, oh, look, he's ragging us. Let's get him on the air, and we'll confront each other.
Right.
Live on the air, and that was it.
Right.
And that amounts to, we want him desperately as a guest.
Blue Healer's attempting to type out freaking morons the way he said it.
And he has it as Fleaking.
Fleeking.
And morons is MOWONS. Morons.
And they want you as a guest.
Oh, desperately. They're calling every number here at WABC, and it's because they need ratings desperately because, it's been reported in the journals that they're virtually on the edge of probably being liquidated, fired, turned out.
Yeah.
Probably have to go back to some place in the heartland of America to perfect their craft, and maybe, who knows, maybe they can recycle themselves back.
Do you just hate radio guys?
It's the blatant lying, the delusion that this guy is suffering from. We just resigned. How are we on the brink? How are we on the brink of failure and being fired? And this coming from a guy that was expendable. Mm-hmm. Your company saw you as expendable. Mm-hmm. They wanted Imus more than they wanted you, and they took you off the air. They took your show off, and they gave you a few minutes here and there to probably just to eke out the rest of your contract. Talk about somebody who doesn't have much job security. I think it's Curtis Sliwa.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, why would they just let him go and pay him? Put him on 15 minutes here, 20 minutes there. Let him fucking have to spend time. You can't even do anything in between there because you got to be somewhere. What a fucking piece of shit gig you have.
It sucks. I mean, I know he was getting good ratings in mornings, too.
Yeah.
To be, we try to be fair here. He was getting good ratings, so it's got to suck that the company didn't believe in him enough.
Yeah.
That they said, well, yeah, you're getting pretty good ratings here, but guess what? We're hiring the big dog.
We're bringing Imus in and...
Sorry. And what did he do? He sat there and took it instead of telling ABC to go fuck themselves, knowing that he does have a little rating success and go somewhere else.
He's not willing to take that chance. He's a chicken shit. Is what it amounts to. He's a lot of big bravado and talk, but he's always just been a chicken shit. He won't come on the fucking show.
What would it take if someone said to you, you could continue working, but you got to do the 5 to 6 a.m. hour, then wait at the radio station for 4 hours, and then go on at 10 to 10:45.
If I had morning ratings like he had at that time,
I'd go.
You fucking tell him to go fuck off.
Fuck yourself.
You go. I'll get on another station. I'll go head to head against your man there and kick his ass.
Right.
There you go. That's what you do if you're brave enough to take chances. But obviously you're not. What's the matter with your fucking the bravery that's
boss.
under that beret?
Yes, boss. Whatever you need, boss. Yes, boss.
Do you get
yes,
coffee
boss.
and shit for guys during that downtime in between shows?
Boy, you're a rebel.
You get coffee for the men?
Yes, boss. Yes, boss. Whatever you need, boss. I'll do a 45-minute show every day. Yes, boss. Loser.
Who knows? Maybe they can recycle themselves back. But, they're nothing more than Howard Stern ripoffs. They've always been that Opie and Dopey. But times are really bad when they have to harass you and stalk you and call you up. In fact, Organized Crime Task Force of the FBI and the NYPD always ask me for anybody's numbers who is harassing me and stalking me.
Come on, it's
and
a
this
joke.
guy, Steve Carlesi, who knows which crime family he's associated
You'll
with.
be turning that number over.
Does everything have to be about the mob?
He's actually is he implicating Steve as a mobster? Hello. They call me Steve the Bear Carlisi.
I strangle you with my tight clothes.
Oh, jeez.
I make you put my shirts on, and you suffocate. Yeah, fucking.
Leave the gun. Take the 20 boxes of cannolis.
Where's Steve? Come on, Steve. You can have fun with this bit.
Yes.
Steve, come on. You're like the Godfather now. Get in here, Steve. We got a few fans on the... Steve, smile.
This means Danny sleeps with the fishes.
Steve, Curtis thinks you're in the mob.
Yeah.
I'm flattered.
He's flattered that you're in the mob.
I had an uncle that was a hitman, apparently.
You know how sometimes we point and laugh? This is not about that. It's like we're all going to laugh together here. So calm down. Curtis Sliwa thinks you're in the mob.
Good for him.
Yes.
I'm not yet.
Mafiosa. I mean, La Cosa Nostra. The Mafia is sponsored by Foundry Music. Exactly.
I'm trying to keep my weight down. I'm not supposed to eat, so can you... Oh, fuck. Can you... I'm going to still try. Can you tape the desserts behind the toilet?
Yes, tape the desserts behind the toilet.
I'm hungry. Sorry, Steve. Steve just scrolls.
I am done, Steve Carlisi. Stop, you're spilling it.
You're part of the mob, Steve. That's good.
Yeah. It's I'm flattered that he
That's
thinks
better
it's
than
just
everyone thinking you're gay.
Well, yeah. I suppose. I don't know. It's just what pisses me off is the fact that Jim said it. I called the guy. I got him on the phone. It would have taken 30 seconds to call him back and get him on the phone to talk to you guys. And
Curtis Lee was a pimp.
Yes. And then, and
I'm Steve the Fruit.
This guy just, and then instead of going on the air and talking, he's got to make up bullshit stories. And it's actually the first time it's really happened in this business. And now I understand why radio guys suck.
What?
Because
You've been with us 10 years. This is the first time you noticed that these guys are idiots?
No, like that it's happened to me directly like this.
The guy did say, I'll go on the air with him? Because he probably didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
Dear Steve, I hope you don't pop a staple in your stomach. Your grandson.
No, I've known radio guys are douchebags, but now it's like the first time it's really affected me. And I'm like, this fucking asshole.
Implicating you.
Yeah, I didn't. All I did was my job, you fucking prick.
I don't think he's allowed to give out your cell phone
I'm a
number.
soldier.
No, he's not, so.
So are you going to sue him?
For what? What's he got? Doesn't he live in the fucking studio?
That's not the point, Steve.
All right, hold on.
I'm a capo.
Yes.
We got Footer. Footer!
Yo, what's up, boys?
Hey, man.
I can picture Steve walking in and going, "You don't come on the airwaves and speak to a man like Danny like that."
Everyone's doing
Pray
this,
for
Steve.
me.
Yeah, well,
Everyone's
Matt
doing
LaFar
this,
from
Steve.
Queensbury writes, the movie producer wakes up and his bed is full of Steve's arm hair. And Ida Martha writes, he was putting on Foundry logos 2 at a time. What else? All right. Let's get to the end of the Sliwa audio. You're a mobster.
You're going to be turning that number over with
Oh,
us?
absolutely. I mean, all morning long, incessantly. And if
Steve,
twice! Holy shit,
Yeah.
twice in 5 minutes. Yeah, that's...
you called him twice in 5 minutes. One was, can you go on the air with Opie and Anthony? He said yes, or one of his people said yes. So then you called back to make the connection so we could have him on the air, and that's when they came up with the excuse.
Yeah.
You called him twice.
Twice in 5 minutes. Yeah, that's fucking incessant. What's this guy's concept of time?
What a lying radio hack. What a fucking lying radio hack.
They're all the same, my friend. They're all the same.
fact, Flirty Flip
I think
on...
I took a call in the newsroom.
They're actually calling right now on the call-in lines nonstop, saying blank this and bleep that and tell your bleeping boss to call these guys. I'm like, why? No one listens. Why would we waste...
See, if everyone's calling you and harassing and shutting down your radio show, you really shouldn't be saying no one listens to you. Because that's proving that people are listening to our show, you dumb broad.
It's our time
I mean,
calling it.
that's a sad state of affairs. So anyway...
What have we got? 10 million listeners total now on the satellite radio. Is that right?
Yeah,
10,
but not
15?
to that show. No,
I know.
No, that's to Howard Stern.
No, I know.
What?
I know. I'm a newsman.
That's
but I'm
for
gonna,
Howard Stern?
I'm a newsman,
What?
but I'm going to get a little edgy here.
Curtis, you don't have to kiss Howard's ass either. Well, maybe you do, to tell you the truth.
Who knows?
Yeah, maybe that's kind of the move you got to make since you're probably out that fucking door once your contract's up.
Yeah.
Oh.
On the satellite radio. Is that right?
Yeah,
10,
but not
15?
to that show. No,
I know.
No, that's to Howard Stern. I mean, he's the king. He leads in
Well, the
broadcasting.
music channels, I think.
Yeah, music. But look, Howard Stern, that's a guy that I've had a love-hate relationship with. At times, he's given me counsel as a wartime, peacetime consigliere in the radio business because of my ups and
is
downs
he
and
the fucking...
Shut up.
Enough with the mob references.
Stop fucking groveling.
You mouthed off one time too many and someone tried to fucking kill you.
That's right.
There. That's your experience with the mob. Your fat fucking mouth almost got you killed. End of story. End of story.
End of story.
times he's given me counsel as a wartime, peacetime consigliere in the radio business because of my ups and downs, and I really appreciate that because he's gone out of his way to reach out to me. But we've also
Probably
had that
another
hate
lie.
relationship. He threatened to shoot me one time on the air.
Somebody else took care of it for him.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he's got listeners.
That's
Is
true.
it mandatory that he brings that
Who's
up
the chick?
like every fucking 5 minutes?
What?
The fact that he was shot by the mob,
That's what I'm saying.
allegedly.
Our
the mob.
listeners thought we brought up Sex for Sam a lot. This guy has us beat.
Right, we
That-
get it.
That chick E-Rock saying is Flipper, the fucking hole. Is that her or is that the screener?
That's her.
That's her.
Flipper the hole. She used to be Hannity's producer.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the one I talked to.
All right. Flipper.
Flipper.
That's probably what fucking black guys say when they're trading her back and forth. It's too much.
Flipper.
It's too much of a load on one side. Flipper. Let it dry off, and then we'll scrape it with a spatula.
Let's find a dry side.
Potato flakes.
Flipper.
Flipper fucking stinks. Shut up, hole. Just do your job. Answer the phone. Be a good girl.
Relationship. He threatened to shoot me one time on the air.
Somebody else took care of it for him.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he's got listeners.
That's true. He has
That's true, yeah.
lots of listeners. So
Well, you don't know what these guys want, right? They're going to get you on the air.
See,
Oh,
you know,
I'd love to hear
Howard,
that guy's speculation.
Howard's obviously doing very well on satellite radio, but Curtis Sliwa knows just because of the deal we made that we actually have more listeners than Howard Stern.
Mm-hmm.
Just be the combination of the two.
Of course.
So to sit there and say we have no listeners on two
Platforms, yeah.
So why are we still working? Why don't we just go home?
I know.
he has
True, yeah.
lots of listeners. So
You don't know what these guys want, right? They're going to get you on the air.
Oh my
Who
God!
do
But they
want?
want ratings. They want people listening to them. They're so desperate. I understand. They're on the verge of probably being sacked.
You're fired. Do you know that our contract extension kicked in literally 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
So how are we on the
We're on the verge. In 2 weeks.
It was in the papers.
Jesus Christ.
It was in the papers, and I think officially started around April 24th or something like that.
Yeah.
We start our extension.
I don't think,
Or 23rd, I don't know. So it was less than a month ago.
I don't think they're
They're on
gonna
the
be
verge of
letting us
probably
go.
being sacked.
You're fired.
Exactly. So you know something. If you'd like to, ladies and gentlemen, you could tell this guy to please stop harassing us here at WABC and please.
How many calls did he get, by the way, Steve?
Yeah, I was going to mention that. One missed call.
One call.
And it could have very well been from Stunt Brain over at K-Rock. I haven't checked my messages yet.
I would love for our listeners to continue calling him, but his show already ended.
Yeah, his show's over.
It started at 10:15. It's officially over now. So, oh well, I guess we'll have to get him tomorrow when he does his next 45-minute radio show.
Stop harassing us here at WABC and please leave Curtis Sliwa alone. A Steve Carlesi.
Give that number again.
Leaving this cell number everywhere.
Yes.
And demanding, begging, beseeching, please, you got to call up.
Curtis, should we get Johnny to cut a promo with that cell phone number in it?
Yeah, might
Who's that? Is that
definitely do
Flipper?
that. Meantime,
Yeah.
do you think
Okay,
that was
Flipper,
bad?
good move. You want to play games? Fucking dumb hole. Okay, good move, Flipper.
Flipper is going to be miserable.
Yeah.
One call.
All I can say is I hope none of the pests have Curtis's cell phone number.
Oh, boy.
Or I
that
hope
would
none of them have Flipper's phone number.
that would be
That would be
awful.
I really
very
would
ugly.
be.
Yeah.
I hope none of them
wouldn't-
have it.
I wouldn't want to see that
I would
happen.
not want. I hope to God none of the pests have either one of their seller home numbers.
God, what a dick.
Just about over.
Cut a promo with that cell phone number in it?
Yeah, might definitely do that. Meantime, if you think that was bad, that two guys where the prime is past them, you know, they're in the twilight of their
you
career,
and
they're
Kubi
like scraping the
fucking
bottom of
split
the
you
barrel
up
to
and
try
you sold your partner out. You
Exactly.
Fucking, you let them yank your partner off the air and you fucking groveled with a dick in your mouth and took the spot they gave you. They fucking douched your partner and you crawled for the 5 to 6 spot and then the fucking 10 to 10:45 spot like a good boy.
So you could chat with this humorless old fuddy-duddy.
I'm a newsman.
Yes, yes, Curtis, yes.
In between
Bleh.
your Obama news, I'm going to
Bleh.
get a little edgy.
Yeah.
Ratings, 10 million listeners, Howard has.
What?
I know they don't have 10 million listeners. I'll just agree with everything you say, Curtis.
But of course, Curtis.
Well, that's right, Curtis. I was there the day you got shot by the mob. Curtis, just want to remind you that we've gone 2 minutes without mentioning the fact that the mob tried to kill you.
And I think in court they acquitted him. So you can't even say that the mob tried to kill him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's why you got to say they almost got you,
Allegedly.
Curtis, because you're really not supposed to talk about it.
He
Only in
alleged.
general terms. Now back to the superdelegates. Obama leads Hillary Clinton in superdelegates.
Why being stalked? Are you?
Are you really? You
From
douche?
Steve Carlesi.
Yeah, well, you really hated us a lot when we met you backstage a few years back.
I was banging cocktail waiters 2 at a time. Thank you, Ben. Oh, Danny. Thank you, Danny.
Hey, Bill in Jersey writes 10:15 to 10:45. Holy shit! NASA has a larger window to launch the space shuttle into space than he has on radio. Well, that's why. That's because the boss told him this is the best they could do for him, and my pal Curtis wasn't brave enough to leave this fine radio company. So he said, okay, boss, whatever you need, boss. I think I got a real impression for once. I think I'm right on, bro.
They're two guys where the prime is past them. You know, they're in the twilight of their career. They're like scraping the bottom of the barrel to try to get anyone to listen to them, Opie and Dopey.
Yeah.
Then we got some loony kazoonie outside.
Looney Kazoonie. Does he? I guess he does.
Curtis, I like when you use terms like loony kazooie.
How about rooted cabooted, which is what you got when fucking Imus signed?
Someone is
How about that, stupid?
Someone is saying he's on till 11:45. Is that possible? Did we get that wrong?
No.
The website says 11.
Ew.
According to WABC's website, he's on until 11:45.
Flipper wrote a children's book about farm animals.
Yeah.
Aww! What's it called? The animal cocks that hurt the most? I can take a dog or a chicken.
She has a website,
Oh, does she? What's her website?
flirtyflipper.com.
Ew.
Ew, the broad has to use her tits.
And no picture, right?
Wow, she must be really talented.
Where's her picture?
Flirty Flipper.
It's around. She's not quite trying to hide it, but
What is flirtyflipper.com about? I'm sure it's a really funny, great site.
I don't know. I guess she blogs or something.
She must be a funny writer.
Flirty.
She flirts.
She's flirty.
Should the pest attack Sliwa or what?
Of course.
Yeah, give him hell.
He's lying.
There you go.
800-848-WABC, but only while he's on.
Oh no, Curtis! They ordered an attack on our fine 45-minute radio show.
Fucking A. It is hysterical.
Patrick Wolf, right on. He goes, Alan Sniffen has a bigger audience than Curtis Sliwa.
Yep.